What's going on, family? You're tuned in to Real Labs Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. Do not panic. You don't hear James John's voice. It's cool. Big Dog is out on vacation, getting his payday killer on and probably doing nasty stuff with Michelle.
Oh, they
And then
getting
next
freaky.
week, he's going to be on the Hawaiian cruise. James is doing comedy now for Norwegian out of Hawaii. Also, Kaufman from Law Office of Kaufman Lynn. Kaufman is out. Kaufman's in at Comic Con in San Diego right now, being a total nerd. The fact that somebody gave him two kids and he's a nerd is
No,
ridiculous. Like, he's
hey,
an uber nerd.
I told him one time when we were roasting him, I said when I found out his kids were twins, it made sense because I know nobody had sex with him twice.
And that other voice you hear is my dog Miguel Colon Jr., aka Miguel the Comic. Make sure you got to follow. What's up, brother?
What is up, man? We were talking earlier before we started the show, and I was showing you I got my Chipotle stain right here on my shirt. See, Ken, you're not a big dude, and Chris, I'm not trying to speak on your body, but Chris, you're a big dude. When food drops from us, it always hits our belly because our belly protrudes past our mouth.
Yeah,
See,
it's like
Ken,
that crater,
yeah,
like right here, like between the two boobs and the stomach. It's
yep,
this
my
hole,
little sternum. There's always a grease spot,
that little bowl,
Yeah,
that skin bowl.
man.
Yeah,
Hey,
And then
before Miguel goes
Yeah.
to the story, the other guy on the show with us, kicking it with us tonight, Chris Alexander at Calix_page.
how you doing? How you doing?
Find him and do it. But yeah, Miguel, go ahead, man. Finish your
Yeah,
comment.
man. I've been with girls before, and they've just watched me, and it falls, and they go, "Oh," because they know. They're like, he was trying so hard. That's another thing. Not to get off subject, but hey, when you with a good girl, when she calls you out on all your stuff, and you can't even get mad because you know it's true.
Hey,
She's
Nah.
like,
hey.
"Don't wear that
See, let me
shirt.
get
You know
that
you
for you.
gonna
Let
get a
me get
stain
that
on it
for
with
you.
your
Let me-
belly." I'm like, "I'm gonna wear the shirt." Yeah, and then you sitting in the restaurant with a stain on the shirt, and she's looking at it. She goes, "I brought the other shirt in the car." You're like, "You good, baby?"
bro. So the other week I had a DJ gig and my car don't have AC, so we drove to the gig, got there, set everything up. I'm sweating. My wife went, "Yo, let me go to the store and get you another shirt." She just went,
Yeah.
and just came back with a whole new shirt. This is brand new. Like
Hey,
this is,
Chris, the way they do it, what I love is they do it in such an annoyed way, and yet they're letting you know, "I love you,
Yeah.
so
But
I'm gonna
damn.
do this."
But
also,
you knew better. You
Yeah.
knew you should have brought
Yeah,
another
yeah.
shirt. You knew you was
Yeah.
gonna be sweating. Now I gotta go over here to Target and buy you a shirt.
yeah,
Yeah.
they love you, but they also like, why can't you just listen? And I think here's my little therapy session, guys. I think I definitely have some unresolved mom issues because I think sometimes when a good woman's telling me something that makes sense, I click into that. You ain't gonna tell me what to do.
you're not my mama.
Yeah.
If my wife, I don't know if she's upstairs or downstairs, but if she listening right now, dog, that is a fact. Yo, I be like, yo, why you sound like Ruthie Mae?
Yeah.
Why you sound like Ruthie?
She's like, when I
know
say
I'm
put your
supposed to close
seatbelt
the
on.
cabinet.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you guys one. It's embarrassing. I went away, and sometimes because of comedy and stuff I do at the Sausage Castle, and then just some other business, I might be gone 2 weeks. Even though I'm home, I'll be Florida doing some shows, and then sometimes I'll just stay at the castle for work, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. A lot of times, I'm like, why drive back home? Like it's a 45-minute ride. Why drive back home? I'm gonna be back here in the morning. So I was gone for like a 2-week period. And my mom was like, "Hey, do you want me to swing by your place and check your mail and check your place?" And I do. I'm always like, yeah, that's cool. Because I never want to come home to a pipe busted or something,
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, 2 weeks. So I come back after that 2 weeks period. And my mother had moved around some furniture. This woman thinks she can just do whatever she wants to do. However, it looks better. But boys, if you think when I talked to her, because she goes, "Don't be mad." She texted me. She was like, "Hey," I said, "I'm heading home." She texted me, "Don't be mad." I said, "God damn it, Daisy, what'd you do?" I came in here and she had moved my couch and this table a little bit and put this end table behind. And I'm like, "I don't like none of this. You don't move my stuff." And I was like, "Hey, Ma, come on now. I'm a grown ass man. I'm 42 years old. Please do not come to my home and move stuff around." Now, that was 3 weeks ago. My couch is exactly where she moved it. I love it. It's out of the sun. But I can't go the thing about it is, and this is my truth with it, I'm real close with my family. And when you're real close with your family, sometimes they're never going to see you grow out of the role of that's my son, that's my little brother,
Yeah.
that's my. And so I know this on the outside world. I'm treated just like a grown man all the time with everything since I've been a kid. But to my family, even aunts now and stuff, like sometimes they just treat me like I'm a young kid. And I think it's because I don't have children of my own, and they just kind of
Yeah.
feel like, oh, he's not a father.
And are you the baby?
No, I'm the middle child, so I'm forgotten by a lot. Do you know I have about I think I have like 14 or 15 cousins that I really know well. And I went to a family function, and some of my cousins were like, "Hey, that's right, you know." 'Cause- But honest to God, man, I feel like I think one of my big frustrations, me sitting on the psychiatrist table right now, is I got to get over the fact that, hey, listen, my mom doesn't baby any of us. My mom don't baby, but she's controlling. But also, she's always been there. She's always thinking about your best interest. She's so helpful. She's always treated my homeboys like they were her kids. But I still get annoyed when she does something that is sort of like, hey, ask me first. But I think laying on the psychiatrist table with you boys here, instead of getting angry about it, I just need to realize, hey, you know what? I'll just move the damn couch back if I don't like where it is.
Yeah.
And just tell her, hey, don't do that again. One time I taught her a lesson, though, because I take my mom out like once a week. I go over to my mom's house like once a week, cook for my mom and my sister. And I go over to my pop's house like once a month, cook dinner for him and stuff. One time she got me mad because she moved some stuff around in my room. I was like, what the hell happened in my room? I was like, you can't do this, lady. And I was like, that's it. You ain't getting dinners or lunches for a month. And so, hey, she would text me, I think you're being harsh.
Hey, Miguel, I ain't gotta go through that. You know why? Bam!
Ruthie Mae, boom!
Dead, son.
Stay in that box.
Damn.
If Ruthie Mae moves some stuff around, you got
bro.
bigger problems.
Hey, if I come up here in the office where we record at and it'll moved around, I'm like, hey man, hey dog,
Gotta go.
I'm calling Ghostbusters. But for real, my mama was like that when I came home. Like she'll be like, why you ain't got no hair? My mama is the haircut freak, bro. I think
that's all black mamas though.
I couldn't have a beard. I couldn't have a lot of hair. Like my mom, one thing, we were poor, but my mama made sure we were clean.
You didn't look poor. To a lot of people I know that were super, super struggling, the idea of looking poor was worse than being poor.
Yeah.
You know, like my father and we weren't poor. Like I said, my father's in the Marines. We had tight money problems, but we were never poor. But when ripped jeans were a big thing, my dad was like, you are not going outside looking like we can't afford jeans. And I was like, it's cool though. This Bobby Brown wear them. He's like, I ain't Bobby Brown's dad.
I just remember getting random $20.
Yeah.
I remember giving a random $20 when every time I need a haircut. It's like, you can't go out like that. Here, take this.
Yeah.
I remember one time my grandma made me walk across Cocoa to go get a bar. Like I went like 7 blocks with $20 in my pocket. Hey, you Dorothy's grandson. Oh yeah, come on, go and sit in this chair.
Hey, this is how my mom would threaten me. You either get a haircut or she would cut your hair. I was like, I'll get one.
You don't want that because they don't know how to fade.
My mom zeked me so many times. Hey, back when rat tails were in, my mom gave me a rat tail that was 1 1/4 inches off the center of my head. It was on the side. I was in like 4th grade.
Behind your ear?
Yeah. I came in, the janitor clowned me. He said, damn, boy. What happened to your head?
Man, dog. My mom was crazy about that. But when I would come home, she would always try to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
But I think she stopped doing it because she was just so happy to see me because I didn't go home much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was still in the military or I had moved to Florida and I would come home and she'd be like, oh my God. She always called me her baby from the service or her baby from Florida. Like my mom from North Carolina. But so then she was like, that's my baby from the service home. She'll talk a little bit of junk as soon as I walk in the door. And then she's like, come sit down. And your stupid ass brother, but she started telling me everybody's business, man.
Hey, did you ever come home in your Class A's, Ken? Did you ever do that one? Like where they saw you in those?
My early days, them 90s when I was a private. You know what I'm saying? You get off the plane. I done flew in from Tucson, Arizona. I'm off the plane. walking through with back when I wouldn't have a suitcase, I had my duffel bag.
Duffel bag everywhere, yeah.
So it looked like I just got deployed, but no, I'm just coming from Fort Huachuca. I didn't have a suitcase. My duffel bag was my suitcase.
Got the Presidential Service Medal, and just.
But then once I got that second re-enlistment, I was like, man, I'm about to put some shorts on. It's hot. Yeah. Now after that second enlistment, what about you, Chris? Chris was Navy. Chris you
Navy.
Come home, yo.
Just after boot camp, after that graduation, went down to Chicago to my aunt's house. Me, my mom, my wife.
They show you off. They show you off.
Yeah, of course. We went to the mall and everything. I'm in my dress whites, just walking around. Everybody look at me like, who the heck is this fool? Like, I'm the only dude. Like, everybody like snuck off and put civvies on. I'm the only one that stayed in my dress white, following the rules. And everybody look at me like,
hey, Miguel, I got
look at this
picture when I graduated from basic training. Me, my aunt, and my pops, Mr. Chick McAdoo, in the mall in Fort Jackson, South Carolina. I'm walking around the mall in Class A's. He would not let me. He would not let me change, bro. And I just graduated basic, so now it's our night off.
Yeah.
Before we ship out to Fort going to training, and no, my daddy had me walk. And you see the pictures. I got angry face, and I ain't smiling in that damn picture. I'm so mad, bro. I'm so mad. That dude. But you know, he was that dad. He was so proud that I went to the military, and he wanted to show me off. So when I went to AIT, I went home on leave. I went to my high school and I had my uniform on because they had me talking to the RTC students.
Oh, you were really trying to show off.
Hey, I love that. They got you talking to the RTC students. You know as much as they do at this point.
Bro. The sergeant major of our high school chewed me out because all my medals was on wrong. He was like, who dressed you, Private? I'm like, Sergeant Major, this is my drill. Well, I need to talk to your drill sergeant. None of my medals, because you know they got to be in order.
Yeah.
None of the medals was in order. My flap was out. You know the flap?
Yeah.
My flap was sticking out. Bro, I had my mustache was old. Like, he was like, hey, man, we not. You
got smoked by a senior ROTC student. He's like, Miller, get over here. You're getting smoked by a dude with acne.
Hey, dude, the sergeant major, he had pulled because he was my first sergeant major in high school passed away, and then we had a second guy when I left. So when I came back, and then we had a colonel who was Colonel Free, was the black dude. The sergeant major took me in the back, dude, and lined up my mustache. Cause he did 30 years in the military.
Yeah,
like he was military.
He was about that.
Like he was, like he was inspecting me. Like, you're not about to, because my Army recruiter is the one he's like, the recruiter didn't even look at your uniform. I was like, no, Sergeant Major, this guy. I was like, dog, yeah, man. So yeah, now I came home the first 4 years, dog. I came home in uniform. After that, nah, everybody knew I was in the Army.
Yeah.
Everybody already knew, and I wasn't doing that again, bro. No, not at all. I didn't even walk around with the you know how cats walk around with the
rucksack?
Not the rucksack, the thing we just talking about without my clothes in it. The duffel bag.
Yeah.
Well, I had to stop walking around with the duffel bag because this the 90s, yo. Thank God it ain't now. It has our social security number on it.
Yeah.
Remember, our name is stenciled in our social.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The last four. Chris. I had the last four.
Our whole social.
Yep. No.
Stencil, spray painted. So I can't.
Mama's maiden name.
Away.
We had like the little stencil press, but it was like our last four or something.
Nah, we had to spray paint. But Chris, before you get on to the story, we got to hit a commercial break real quick. We'll be right back. Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. We are back. Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Cam Miller in the big chair tonight. Guys, do us a favor. Go out to all the social medias and follow us just by searching Real Laughs. Go to YouTube. Search Real Laughs, and make sure you go subscribe too, man. We almost at 200, and you guys have been watching and liking the videos. We truly appreciate that. And if you missed us at all and you want to listen to us in podcast format, go to iHeart, the iHeart app, search Real Laughs, and you can listen to over 1,000 shows. That's damn near eight years. That is almost 8 years. I remember when these dweebs started this show, man, and I'm happy to be a part of it now. Started chilling in Virtual Studio with Miguel Colon Jr. and our homeboy Chris Alexander, a.k.a.
Hello.
at Kaylis_page. And we were talking about the military and how our dumbasses was young, walking around in our uniform, like we was fresh out of Nam, like we just came home from the war.
So proud, so happy. We made the right choice in life.
Yeah, like we had just came home from World War II. We was leaning some girl over, kissing her in Times Square. Like, nah, dog. I went back to Hampton Homes. I went back to the projects, Chris. What are we doing?
Yeah, same here. So I just found my picture of when I graduated boot camp, and there it is. If you can see it, that's me with my wife at the time. My mama. See, the only time I had dress whites that fit.
I don't think I did dress. I didn't get dress blues because
you never got dress blues.
I think you had to be an officer, or you had to be on
like a detail that involved.
Yeah, like a detail. What is honor guard? You had to be
honor guard. Yeah, we had dress whites, dress blues, or
I've never seen y'all dress blues.
Because that dress blues were only for ceremonies. Or for if you was like doing a parade, fleet week.
I know the white, I know the brown.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm looking at the navy dress blues right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just know white and brown.
I see these. So yeah,
had them.
Yeah.
Yes, those. Okay, I do know those. That's blue. I thought they were black.
Yeah, they're black, but we call them dress blues.
Dress blues. Okay. Yeah. Now you had when I was stationed in Huachuca, they had color guard, and I wanted to be honor guard. I wanted to do honor guard so bad because you got out of field duty. That's the thing I be trying to tell Kaufman, because Kaufman, y'all listen to this show. Kaufman, he went to the desert, and he was in Iraq and Afghanistan. Hey, what was the country? Angola. And he always be like, Ken, you ain't. No, I was in a field unit. We actually went to the field. Now, I can't help it. We didn't go overseas to the field.
Yeah.
But, dude, we would be in the field for 90 days, bro. Out in the desert of Arizona. And dude, if you was on, if you got extra duty, then you could go do honor guard, and then you didn't have to go to the field. But you had to do all the funerals, 21 gun salutes, practice. You had to do all that stuff, bro. Yeah.
Kaufman, I'll be making fun of Kaufman because Kaufman, when he's like busting you guys' balls and stuff, and he's like, Ken, I was in Egypt, and I'm like, and he's like, yeah, he was like talking about how they were in Egypt, like working to prevent drugs, and I was like, so you lost the war on drugs, like you didn't win, Kaufman. Drugs won. Congratulations, drugs.
Yeah, hey man, I love talking about military stories. I will say, people always tell me I should do jokes about it, but I really ain't found nothing funny about it. Chris, do you remember change of command ceremonies? Did you guys do change of command in ceremonies? And Miguel, have you ever been to a change of command ceremony?
I've seen them before because I lived on bases and stuff, and so there would be one. But I don't think I've ever participated, like been an audience member in a change of command ceremony at all.
Let me tell y'all something, man.
Uh-oh.
It's the Titanic. It's 3 hours. You're standing there at attention or parade rest for 3 hours. And what did they tell you, Chris? Don't lock your knees.
I've watched dudes. So I have watched dudes in ceremonies pass out. Especially like I remember there was a whole motor T unit my dad and me were going by, and dudes were just dropping left and right.
Yeah, this true story, man.
Just dropping.
The change of command. This I got one of my coins. This I got my my post sergeant major coin. The highest coin you can get on base is the one for enlisted. Is the post sergeant major. And we're doing a change of command for our sergeant majors for our battalion, right? We had a cool black sergeant major. He was so cool, and there's another dude came in who was cool. Sergeant majors are usually cool dude. First, top and sergeant majors usually cool because they're at the top. They done everything they had to do. Bro, we in this thing 3 hours. Mind you, it's 4 or 5 platoons, companies. It's 300, 400, 500 soldiers. When we done, it can't be but 75 of us left standing. And I was one of them. I was a guidon bearer. I got that picture, bro. And this one's skinny me. And you just see me in this stick with my Kevlar. And we had to wear Kevlar. We was in battle rattle.
Yeah.
Kevlar, everything. I had this guidon, and I lasted 3 hours, man. When he said right face, forward march, that first step, my boss was like, I got to the end, Miguel, and the post sergeant major walked up to me and was like, Private Miller, you popped in. Hey, man, great job out there. Way to stand strong, and gave me a post sergeant major coin.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. I should have died, though.
And then I bet the next day you got smoked with everybody else for the people who passed out.
Oh, dude. Hey, so my partner, shout out to Jules, my partner Green, they was on the honor guard for the whole base.
Yeah.
And our homegirl, Jay, she the shaky leg. The
Yeah.
legs are shaking. She dropped her weapon and just stumbled off, and saw me. She's like, go back and get that weapon. But she had muscle failure. Man, she was doing the red, running back to the car.
Got the stanky leg.
Oh, man.
Hey, somebody said on Facebook the other day, it was a drill sergeant in the cafeteria yelling at somebody, in training, yelling at this kid falling asleep in training, and yelled and scared the whole class. And somebody like, man, the military cringe AF. I said, you wouldn't last, bro.
I watched outside of 10th Marines when I was a kid. I watched a bunch of Marines on their knees and hands going through the grass and the rocks with chopsticks, picking up cigarettes. And he had them picking up with chopsticks because they were going to go to Okinawa, and he was getting them ready. They were picking up cigarette butts with the chopsticks. And the sergeant major was a friend of my dad's, and he was telling me, he was like, got him picky. He's like, they want to throw cigarette butts out here, then they're going to pick them up. And I was like, why the chopsticks? He goes, we're going to Okinawa. I need them to be ready.
Bro. Chris, give me a good smoke story, bro.
A good smoke story?
Teddy Valentino, come on now.
Don't let me tell him your nickname, bro.
Oh. I don't think I got a good smoke story. Hold on.
Did you fly? Hey, did you fly under the radar, Chris? Or were you?
Hey, Miguel. Now that you tell him what his nickname was in the military, he wasn't under the radar.
What was your nickname in the military, Chris?
They called me Ajax.
Ajax? Why?
Yeah. It's a long story.
He was on cleaning duty all the time.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's
hey, but you know what, Chris?
Hold on. So, like, on my ship, everybody had, like, in your division, everybody send somebody from their division every quarterly to work the trash room. And my division was small. We only had like maybe 7 people at most. So every time it was their turn to send somebody to the trash room, they're like, just send Ajax over there. So I spent most of my time on my ship in the trash room.
I bet you sometimes too, you just make a bed of trash. You're like, I ain't know where I am. Laying down. Ooh, they threw away all these potato peels. They don't know these make a good pillow.
I spent most of my time in that room melting down plastic and watching Saw. I watched the entire Saw series.
My entire Navy career, I melted plastic and watched Saw.
That was it.
Hey, you know what? Though,
all day.
This is something though. This is a testament to nicknames. I hate when somebody gives me a super cool nickname because I know that they didn't get named that. When I'm like, what's your name? And they're like, yeah, you know, the Navy, they used to call me Terror Squad because I was so tough. I'm like, no, they didn't. They called you TS because they thought you was a trans. You know? And then you named yourself Terror Squad. Because all nicknames, like fighter pilots' nicknames, here's the thing, you make your nickname cool. You're Ajax. You own it. You live it. That's your name. You cool.
Yeah, I
accept
accept
your job done. You accept it, and nobody thinks it's a silly nickname anymore. But you can't just lie and give yourself a cool nickname. Yeah, they call me Ajax. You know, man, because like, you know what I'm saying. I clean. You know?
Hey, they call me Ajax because when I go to the club, I clean up on all these. Joe.
Yeah, no.
Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You've been with the same girl for 40 years. Yeah, I know, but I was cleaning up before I met her.
Listen, guys, my homeboy was a fister. He was a forward observer in the Army, and calls in artillery. That's what the fisters do. They ride with the infantry and they call in artillery. And his nickname was Rain Man. And he told us, he said, yeah, man, he's like, you know, they call me Rain Man because I call in that steel rain. And we were all like, oh, okay. And one day we were out with his homeboys. We were at Applebee's. We were 22 years old, crushing big old beers. And I called him Rain Man. And they were like, oh, y'all know about that? And I was like, yeah, that's his call sign, his nickname. They were like, yeah. And then it just happened to come up. And I was like, because he calls in that steel rain. They said, what? No. He said, brother, he mumbles to himself. You know? I said, what? He said, yeah, man, they call him Rain Man because he just mumbles to himself all day long.
Hey, dude.
My homeboy,
Hey,
we
that's
met.
funny, bro.
Me and James met a dude, and he told us a funny story. He was a pilot, and his call sign was Bullseye. And he was open. Pilots, every pilot I've ever met is open to how, like, the story goes. And he said, yeah. My call sign was Bullseye. He was like, because we were somewhere. He was like, we were driving, and I hit a cow. And he goes, he was in a car driving. He was coming back with the boys. He's like, I was drinking and I hit a cow. And he's like, they named me Bullseye.
That is great, dude. That's great. Yo, everybody know my nickname before Watch was
Butt naked.
But it wasn't, I was naked. I just used to call everybody dog.
Yeah.
And it was a rapper named Butt Naked Tim Dog. And that's where that came from. But the nickname we used to call the dude, his name was Bully. Because he really would just beat us up. And to this day, he is 47 years old. We still call him Bully. His wife calls him Bully.
Oh, man.
Like that name stuck. Like we have.
I don't think that's a good sign. I don't think that's a good sign.
And his wife calls him Bully, but she whispers it. Bully.
Yo, hey, right? But the crazy thing about him, Miguel, he was one of the nicest people on the planet.
Yeah.
Where he would beat you up.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, you such a bully, bro. And then
he's one of those hit you on the shoulders type of person?
Yeah. He's that dude. Like we had an old white dude, because I was in the joint thing. We had an old Air Force guy, E7, and he was an old white dude. We called him Pops.
Yeah.
And to this day, we still call Chris Miller Pops. You know, like some of them, some names stick with you, man.
My homeboy, he was a fireman. His nickname was Peepaw because he had gray hair, and they were calling him a grandpa. And I guess that's the way them country folks called their grandpas.
Yeah,
Peepaws. So he was like 22 years old. They were like, Peepaw,
Yo, even
your nickname should be earned.
Yeah, even like in the military, like companies or battalions, the cable dogs were called the Zoo. Because they called themselves Zoo Fi Zoo, because them boys came in the club. Somebody's about to get their ass whooped. Hey, when the cable dogs, you be like, man, y'all couldn't come tomorrow. Y'all got to rest up Friday. Y'all couldn't beat everybody up Thursday. They used to come in and commemorate the song, Who You With?
Yeah.
Who You With, bro? They came in the club, the NCO club. This is for y'all listening, this is the sanctioned club for non-commissioned officers and enlisted on base, and the Zoo will come through Who You With and tear that bitch up, son.
The linemen. That's the best part. They're linemen.
Cable dogs. All they do is run cable, bro. Them dudes were some gangsters. Come in there, beat and IT. No, they wasn't IT. No.
Oh.
No.
They physically ran the lines.
They ran.
Oh, okay.
Cable dogs, bro. 60. What was they? 69 Foxtrots, I think. But dude, man. So I'm in the cable dog group. And if I messed it up, I think it's 69. If I mess it up, or 31 Lima, might be 31 Lima. But if I mess it up, if you're listening, my apologies.
Yeah, my apologies too. I don't mean the IT thing.
Hey, no, don't call them. Hey,
yeah, right.
I'm in the cable dog group, and they do a reunion every year, and I can't wait to go to one of them because I was down with them because we all hung out, we hooped together, we were all drank together, barbecue together, but they will beat your ass. They like, who you with? If you ain't say who you with, dog, hey, it's going to be a long night. With that being said, we got to go to commercial break. We'll be right back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the Big Chair tonight. Guys, remember, go out there and follow us on social media. We appreciate that. Also, go to YouTube, search Real Labs. You can watch us and see these beautiful faces. And even miss any of our shows, you can check us out in podcast format. Go to iHeart. Search Real Labs, man. We was joined the virtual studio with Miguel Colon Jr. and Chris Alexander, Calix _page. If you're looking for a DJ, make sure you search for him, Calix, CALEX _page. He DJs, also does comedy and all that good stuff. We was reminiscing on some military stuff. But before the show got started, man, me and Miguel were having a funny conversation about food, spilling food on ourselves. And Miguel's telling me about how he spilled some Chipotle on himself, and the stain is still there while he was recording radio. So last night, Miguel, we got done with radio. It was late, and I was like, I don't feel like cooking, and Zaxby's is like right here, right by my house. and they got chicken tender tacos. So, and they're new. I decided, me and my wife, let's get them. I'm eating the chicken tender tacos, and the sauce falls on my shirt. I just take it, wipe it off. I wore that shirt to work the next day. I didn't even care, bro. I didn't even care, bro. Like, I'm at that point in my life. I'm 47. I will go to work. I will wake up and I will wear my pajama. I put my jeans on and I will wear the pajama shirt that I slept in. I wear it to work.
You can't do that when you're a big dude.
I don't
You
even
can't.
care.
Yeah.
I don't even
If you a big dude, you can't wear nothing that got food on it. Cause you just
Nothing.
the judgment is
Chris, speak on it, bro.
soon as you get something like crap, you just gotta go.
Yo, and here's the thing.
You can never wear
Here's some
anything
big
twice.
guy problems. I'll tell you right now. If I go to pick up all of our fast food orders, I have to pretend like I'm on the phone with y'all so that they really know it's not just for me. You know? I gotta order, even if you're like, yo, I don't want to drink. I'm like, I'll need a Sprite for his order. You know, because they just look
what
at
he
me
wanted?
like,
What he wanted? He wanted
yeah.
Hey, you be like, hey, you said no, but he doesn't want bacon. But no, he said put the bacon on the side, so you can eat the bacon later.
You gotta do an extra kids meal just for just then you know.
Which I have, my fat ass has one
Dude, I
before.
did that
Been like,
last
hey,
night,
yeah,
bro.
let me get a kids meal too, because it's like, oh, I do want a chicken finger. That would be good, and a little soda.
Yo,
A little
what
carton
do
of
y'all
apple
think
juice.
our kids eat, bro?
Yeah.
The kids meal be like one leg, fries, drink. Like, what do you think our kids eat, bro? My kid will eat 4 chicken legs, bro.
Yeah.
4. They
eat a 7-course meal if you give them to them.
Dog, that's what happened last night when I got the tacos. I said, man, I had to get a side of fries to eat on the way home.
Yeah. The ride home. That's why Uber made them close those bags up. They got like the sticker on it because they knew before them Uber bags were closed. Every driver was like, "Who knows how many fries you get? 67, 100, 8? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. That's funny, bro.
I fell down in the bottom of the bag. There's no fries in the bag, bro.
Yo, that happened to my kid. I got my kids McDonald's on Uber Eats, and my daughter texts. I got 2 Uber Eats stories. My daughter texts me, she's like, yeah, well, they forgot the best thing. I was like, what? She said, ain't no French fries in the bag. So, of course, I had to report it to Uber Eats, and they go give me $2. I'm like,
wow.
The fries cost more than that. But then I did Instacart the other day. My daughter wasn't feeling good, asked me to get her something for soup, right? So I got a rotisserie chicken, chicken broth, spinach, and carrots.
Yeah,
so she can make
chicken noodle soup. Yeah.
What do you think they substituted, bro?
Don't tell me they substituted the chicken.
For what kind of chicken you think?
Fried chicken, didn't
they?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Rotisserie chicken for fried chicken.
It's not the same.
At least it's not chicken nuggets.
Hey, Chris, my daughter, like, did she not know I was making soup? Like, what did she think I was making?
I don't allow my drivers to call no substitutions. They have a thing there. Would you like them to substitute or not? Because I wanted milk. I wanted a half gallon of milk, and they didn't have any. My man comes back with chocolate milk. I said, I need this to cook, bro.
Like, mashed potatoes,
you just a big kid.
Yeah.
Yo, and because usually they text you or message you in the app like, hey, they didn't even message me or nothing. But so my daughter was like, yeah, I just took the skin off, and she said it's actually really good. Dad.
Yeah, I
just took the skin off and just put it in the soup. She said it wasn't that bad. It's actually pretty good. So yeah, Instacart got me that. We got my daughter some fried chicken instead of rotisserie chicken.
I put on one time on like the Wendy's app. I was picking up a bunch of Wendy's for a bunch of the guys at the house, and I was like, yeah, I'll get some burgers or something cheap, man. So I picked up a bunch of Wendy's for all the guys at the Sausage Castle, and I don't like. So here's the thing: I don't really want pickles on my burger and stuff, and I don't even want you to put the ketchup on because I don't know. Some people get heavy-handed, not.
Yeah,
I'd rather just
light-handed.
Yeah, I'd rather just no sauces. I'll take care of that myself. So on this one, I don't like lettuce and tomato really on my burger either because it just gets soggy by the time I get there. So I was just like, I just want a cheeseburger with some onions on it, like that. So I put on the instructions just cheese and onions. You know that they gave me a burger patty or a burger bun with cheese slices and onions. I said nobody wants to give y'all $15.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to give y'all
Yeah.
$15.
No.
Wait,
Hey,
I think I missed something. Just cheese and onion?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was like special instructions on the burger. I said just cheese and onions because that's all I wanted on the burger. They gave me 2 pieces of bread with some slices of cheese and onions and no burger.
Man, he was smart, Alec.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I get it.
oh, you tested my intelligence. Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Dog, that is hilarious, bro.
Uh,
That is hilarious. Yeah, that happened to partner. We did Shake Shack, and he ordered one of them mushroom burgers, the Montebello burgers.
Yeah, where it's like the portobello
Ooh.
mushroom. Yeah.
Yeah, see, he thought it was a burger with mushrooms. He didn't know
Right.
the mushroom was the burger. So when we got back, he was like, he said, Kenny, like, this it? I said, yeah, that's what you ordered, right? Yeah, I ordered a burger with mushrooms. So we go look it up. I said, nah, bro, my bad. Hey man, they cook. It's a mushroom burger, bro.
Player, you
Sorry,
got
Doc.
caught.
He ate it. He's like, man, it was all right. But
I had that when Real Laughs first started out. We had a restaurant called the Outpost, and the Outpost would bring us food. And Chef Julie asked me, she was like, "Is there anything specifically that you want?" Because they would put it in to-go boxes for us. They'd bring it all for the station. We'd all eat, and then she'd make us meals. I didn't know what a cauliflower steak was, and it's a piece of cauliflower grilled. There you go. I thought it was a cut of steak I never had before.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, it's cheap. Okay. I was like, throw a cauliflower steak in. I got home, and here's the thing, guys. Never opened my box. Got home, knew in my mind I was going to have this steak. I was like, ooh, maybe I'll make some quesadillas with it left over. Open it up, and it's a piece of grilled cauliflower. And I was like, I'm going to shut your restaurant down. You know?
Hey, man, I got to Google what that looked like, bro. Oh.
That's it. Yeah.
I
Chris,
see just a big slice of tree, just grilled with
Yeah.
grill marks on it.
like
No,
if this was
I put
weed, you would
cauliflower. The first thing it said cauliflower steak, bro, recipe.
Yeah,
Oh,
Chris, look at this. That's it. It's just a big old piece of cauliflower.
Yeah.
that's, yo, they
And
did
now
you
here's the
dirty,
thing.
bro.
I'm gonna tell you this much.
I bet it didn't look like that though. I bet it didn't look like that.
It looked really good. It looked good, but it didn't look like, oh, I want to eat. It was like, oh, if this was with my steak, I'd be like, oh, a nice piece of grilled cauliflower. And I should have known it was like $9. That's why I was like, okay, I don't want to bust her. You know, I don't want to ask for something expensive. And I was like, you gave me crudité. You
They gave you a big ass piece of garnish. That's what they gave.
Yeah.
Dude.
Sticks and stems. What is this?
Dog, yeah, because you get a $9 steak, you can only get a $9 steak at Chili's, Outback, and Waffle House.
Or some place that you could feel the racism.
Yeah.
You just sit down, everybody's looking at you. Old black dude comes up, rubbing his hands on his. Talking about, how you want your steak? You ain't even order a steak yet. How you want your steak? I don't know. I was gonna. How you want your steak, son? Medium.
Hey,
Nah, there's a
Chris.
boy in there somewhere. Where you?
Yeah.
How you want your steak, boy?
Hey, Chris, do you do Uber Eats for your kids? Because you got like 40 kids, so I ain't know you gonna do that.
Nah, I ain't got money for that. I go directly. I go get it.
Chris goes to the restaurant. He sees the wall with the Uber Eats. He just grabs 2 of them. He's mine.
If it got my name on it, sure. Oh, Chris, that's close enough.
I can't believe that ain't happen more.
It's got to happen all the time.
Especially at Chipotle.
Oh yeah.
Chipotle, it's just they don't ask you for anything. You just grab a bag of food and walk. You can just be looking at your phone.
Chipotle
like,
and Starbucks. Because I picked up a lot of stuff from Starbucks and they just sit it right there. I'm like, yeah, which one is Alexander? And then I don't know. Just whatever it is over there. Like, all right, do I need to check it? And you're like, no, just take it. I'm like, all right.
What's the smoothie place? Tropical smoothie.
Yeah.
Is that the name of it? They do the same thing. They just put it on the shelf and trust that you're gonna come in and take the right thing, bro. Like, like you said, I'm curious to know the amount of thefts that happen when somebody come in like
has to be daily. It has to be daily.
That's from food. I'm curious.
If I was a homeless dude, that's all I would do.
Yo, for real. Just walk in, and just, hey, bam, gone. Cause it's just sitting there. Like, it's seriously, you just sitting there. They don't ask no name. They don't look at you. Cause when I go get Chipotle, I'm looking at my phone.
Yeah.
And I just look for Ken. Oh, that's me, and walk out. Nobody's like, hey, what's your name? Can I see that? Nothing. Because remember back in the day before Chipotle did that, you had, I don't know if that was after COVID, you had to go up there and say, hey, I got to pick up for Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't. They didn't have the shelf. They have a shelf with food on it you could just run off with. You had to actually say, hey, man, I got Ken pick up, bro.
All right, we got you. Here you go.
Now
I'm
it's the
curious
honor
to know,
system.
man. So, Chris, do you take your kids out to eat much, or you just like we eating at the crib? Because like, you got 4 children.
We mostly eat at the crib, but every once in a while I take them out. And then my sister, when she comes to visit me, she does the Uber Eats and the DoorDash. So when she comes over, she's always grabbing churches and Popeyes and so forth. So that's like the only time we do like the
places that you just don't Uber eat. Who?
Yeah, I always
churches.
Dude, I saw
My
somebody
sister.
Uber. Guys, I saw
sister
somebody
does it, so
Uber
right.
Eats pizza. I was like, they deliver it.
Yeah.
They got their own Uber Eats.
Yeah, they've been in the game for a while.
Yeah,
bro.
no.
I think we've talked about this before. Like back in the day, only 2 people delivered. That was Chinese food and pizza.
And Pizza Hut.
Yep.
You ain't getting nothing. You ain't nobody else now. You could get in. And the thing is, I don't know if you ever noticed, if you do Uber Eats and you go pick it up yourself, it's like $2 or $3 more
It's
than the
still
normal
more
menu.
because they're still getting charged by Uber.
Oh, because I tried to order something today at lunch. I said I'll order off of Uber Eats and go pick it up, and it was like $4 more than what the normal price is. I'm like, I'm just gonna go get a Philly cheese.
Oh yeah, because Uber Eats gotta get their cut. So yeah, that makes sense.
Wow.
But no, I remember. Let's say before I moved to Orlando, I used to drive for Pizza Hut, and we had a Chinese food right next door. And I remember there was a few orders where it was like, "Hey, can you you drop this off for you?" It's like right in that area. So all right, bet. So I ended up dropping off pizza and Chinese food at the same time.
That's hilarious, man. We gotta get up out of here, man. Miguel, where you at this weekend, dude?
This weekend, I am over at the Twisted Birch. You can check me out with Sean Madden, July 27th at 8 p.m. And that's the Twisted Birch in Rockledge, Florida.
Hey, and no fighting.
I encourage it.
No fighting. This weekend, Saturday, July 27th, I will be in Clearwater, Florida, opening for Tony Woods. So you guys are in the area, www.spot-comedy.com. Make sure you come out. This Saturday show is at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6. So make sure you check it out. Chris, you got anything going on this weekend?
Friday, I'll be in Jacksonville doing some stand-up comedy TV ordeal. So.
Okay, well, you know where you're going to be at. So
Jacksonville.
So we got to give a shout out real quick to James John. Hey, man, hope you're enjoying your vacation. Be safe out there. Same for you, Jeff Kaufman, man. Hope you sell a lot of comic books, brother. We miss you guys, but we got to get up out of here. That's Chris Alexander. I'm Ken Miller and Miguel Colon Jr. Miguel, tell these dudes what to do.
Take your ass to bed.
Yeah.
Good night.